Hello, my name is Heather. I'm an oil painter and a mixed media artist. Today I'm going to be art journaling in my altered book. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will for future art videos, and let's get right to it. So this is what today's spread is going to look like. I'm going to teach you how to create the pop-up technique. Isn't that fun? So cute. Okay, so let's get right to it. So the first thing that I need to do is strengthen my spine. As you can see, my spine is kind of coming apart and the papers are coming apart. So I'm going to take a paper bag and I'm going to put it down with Mod Podge and strengthen my spine. For today's spread, you're going to need 4 pages of 3 pages glued together. Okay, so the next step, I'm just putting down magazine pieces that I've ripped out of a magazine. You can use any kind of scrap paper for the first layer. It's totally up to you. And I'm going to be covering these 2 pages, and then I'm going to be covering the page behind this page and the page behind the other page, but not the backs of these pages, if that makes sense. Okay, and you're going to let all of that thoroughly dry, and then the next step, I'm taking some matte medium and a little bit of blue acrylic paint, and I'm just taking a credit card and I'm smearing it across that textured magazine paper. And this definitely does not have to be perfect. Just swipe it all different ways and just get that color on there. Okay, so the next step is to get some gesso, and you're going to paint gesso on the page, and these are the 2 middle pages. So I am painting gesso on both pages, and then I'm going to press the pages together and just really kind of smush that gesso all over the place. and then rip it apart. And you can do it a second time if you don't have exactly the texture that you want. But look at that. Is that not pretty? And of course, this layer needs to be dry before you go on to the next layer. And then on these back pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of gesso, and then I'm going to pull it up with the magazine page. So you put your gesso on, you lay your magazine page, and then you rub it down really good, and then pull it up. And you can do that as many times until you have the desired look that you want. And you're going to do exactly the same thing on this page over here. And look at that, it's so cool. It's like instant goodness. And then of course this layer needs to be dry. Now I have a cereal box that I'm going to be gluing this postcard on. And the only reason that I'm putting it on the cereal box is because one side of the postcard is not even to the other side. It's got some like cutout design, and I need each side to be even. So if you have a regular postcard, you don't need to do this step. And I'm just covering it with coffee dyed paper. Coffee dyed music paper, actually. Okay, and so now I'm just going to take some art glitter glue and glue my postcard to my cereal box. And now I have my vintage photo, and I'm going to ink around the sides. And then you're going to fold your postcard in half. And then you're going to place it in the middle of your book and draw a little line on each side. And then you're going to take your tear ruler and rip the rest of that page off where your line is. And definitely save those pieces because you can use them in another project. Then I'm just taking some vintage photo and I'm inking around the sides. Okay, so the next step is I have 2 pieces of cereal box on each side, and I'm just going to take some Scotch tape and tape them. You want a little space in between. Do you see how I have a little space? You definitely want that. And you can use any kind of tape that you want. Scotch tape, you know, washi tape, if you use some glue. Just, it depends on what kind of look you're going for. Okay, so what you're going to do is get some tacky glue, and you're going to glue this inside these 2 little pockets. And I'm going to glue these pockets completely down with tacky glue. Then you might want to grab some clips and clip these sides down until the glue dries to make sure it's all stuck down really well. Okay, so the next step is I have these 2 strips of cereal box, and I'm just going to do some basic collage. I've got some Tim Holtz papers, and I'm just sticking them on there. Then I took them to my sewing machine and sewed around them. And now I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac glue and glue this strip of cereal box down. Then I have these little Tim Holtz paper dolls, and I'm going to use one of those on each side. I thought this little guy with the dog was so cute. And I'm using art glitter glue, and I'm only gluing the side that's going to be right on the paper. And then I have these really pretty stamps, a butterfly stamp and a bird stamp, and I'm going to glue those down using art glitter glue. And I'm going to do the exact same process on this side with the girl. Okay, and then the next step is I have a Tim Holtz script stamp, and I'm just going to ink some of this on the middle. And this was kind of like a last minute decision. It probably would have been easier to do it before we put the postcard down, but it worked out fine. And then I'm going to stamp a little script over on the sides here. This is my altered book page number 4. I hope this inspires you to create in your altered book. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will for future art videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!